Hi friends, today I'm going to teach you how to write a program in your calculator that will solve the quadratic formula for you. So to create programs, we click on the program button. We're going to arrow over to new and hit enter to create new. We need to give it some kind of a name that's going to help us remember. So I usually call it Q U A D F O R M for the quadratic formula and hit enter. So I've already entered it in here. I'm going to just go ahead and clear it all out so that you can see how we'll do it. So the first thing that we have to do is we need to have the calculator ask us for certain prompts. So if we click the program button and arrow over to IO for input output, we're going to click option 2 because we want the calculator to prompt us. And since we're talking about the quadratic formula, we want the calculator to prompt us for the variables A, B, and C. So to get A, we're going to do alpha A, and then we have to do comma, which is above the 7, alpha B, comma, alpha C. That way we can tell the calculator what the A value, the B value, and the C value are from the standard form of the quadratic formula. So then we're going to go down to our next line. And now what we want it to do is we want it to do a calculation. The calculation that we want it to do is the quadratic formula calculation. So we do want to watch our parentheses here. So since we have this thing where it's all over 2a, we're going to use some parentheses to indicate a numerator and some parentheses to indicate a denominator. So you can wait on those parentheses until later, or if you want to follow along with me, I'm just going to do second insert to start working on my numerator. So the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus. Well, the calculator doesn't have a plus or minus, so we're just going to do plus, and then the next row we're going to do the exact same prompt where we're going to do a minus here instead of a plus. So let's start over. The quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Okay. Now we need to actually put in another parenthesis. We want to have parentheses around what is being square rooted. Well, b squared minus 4ac is being square rooted, so that's got parentheses. And then we need the second parenthesis here to end our numerator. Okay, and then we can arrow over, and then we can do second insert and put our 2a in. If we're not, if you're not doing the parentheses first to separate the numerator and the denominator, that's okay. You can just type in the 2a. So this is what our program should look like so far. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to do the exact same thing. Negative b, but we're going to do minus second square root of alpha b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so then if we have it do these calculations, it's gonna do them, but what is it gonna do with them? Well, we want it to display those calculations. And there's two calculations we want it to display. So we need to delineate between them. So what we can do is we can actually have this store as, let's say, alpha p, which is one of our roots, and then we can store as alpha q as our second root, just to kind of keep some of that nomenclature similar to what we have been doing in the class. So if P and Q are our roots, we're going to have it stored as P and Q. And then our last thing is, while these are stored, we still haven't told it to display it to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit program, we're going to arrow over to input output, and we're going to pick option 3 because we want it to display that output. So we want it to display P and Q. The easiest thing to do here is just say display alpha P, comma, alpha Q, and then it should just show them to us. If we wanted, we could always say like P equals Q equals, but I think this should be satisfactory, okay? So we can go ahead and quit. So say that we have a quadratic like x squared minus 7x plus 12. We could put in 1 for oh, there. We can, hit the program. So how do we even use this? We hit program. We're gonna execute quadratic form. So we're gonna pick option 2 to execute and hit enter. Now it's prompting us for A. If we're doing x squared, then that's a 1. Minus 7x is a minus 7. And 12 would be 12. So we've got our A, B, and C. It calculates it for us, and it tells us that the two solutions are 4 and 3. If we're going to get something kind of nasty where it doesn't simplify down to a whole number, then it won't really display that as the exact form of a square root. It's going to put it into the decimal expansion. So just be aware of that.